All right, so let's quickly talk about text. All right, so you come down here, click on T, and you can easily type. All right, so you can leave it as Lorem Ipsum. All right, let's just leave that there. Okay, so once you are done typing, you just need to just sorry, you just need to just click on this icon here at the top here. You click on check. That means I'm done. All right, so for this one outside, I don't need it. I can delete it. All I need is the one inside of this artboard. All right, so once that is selected, so there are a number of things you can do with your text. All right, the first that I want to introduce you to is you can change your typeface. All right, which is the font family that you want to make use of. All right, there are different tones of font. All right, and all of these are just seeing here, these are the ones that I have installed on my system. Okay, you can actually download font. It's not so hard to download font. All right, maybe I'll, if you would like me to do a video of how to download font, you can drop that in the comments and I'll see it there. And if I see a number of requests, I'm definitely going to make do of that, but it's not so hard. All right, so you have all of that. Okay, you can make do of it and all of that and all of that. All right, so you can just, let's just leave it as poppins that we're making use of. All right, so there's also the kind of there's also the font style you can make use of. So for this font family of poppins, all right, so poppins is like a big family, so they have different children. All right, it's just like, let's say your surname is Johnson. All right, so let's say something like Johnson. Okay, so you can have the family of Johnson. So inside of the family of Johnson, there are different people inside of the family of what? Johnson. So for poppins now, there are a lot of them here. So we have thin, italic, extra light, and all of that and all of that down to, so this is the biggest man in the house. So let's see the biggest man. Aha, so this is the biggest man in the house. All right, which is, so this is of the italic. All right, so and another thing you can do to it is you can change the the size. All right, you can change it here. So there is a preset, you can actually write yours. The marks that Photoshop leaves for you is so let's click on the move tool. Let's try to bring it in. So it's too big. All right, that's why it's, you can't see the remaining. All right, so let's go back to our text. Let's say click on here, let's make it all show. So once you are done, don't click on enter. If you click on enter, it's going to create another paragraph. Okay, you can come down to move tool and let's move it. All right, so let me move it to the center. Okay, center. Aha, so you can be able to see it. Lorem Ipsum. Okay, so and another thing you can do is the alignment, the center, the way you want to ensure that your text is actually written. By default, you always see it as left aligned. Right, if you don't like that, you can decide to use center, which is is the reason why it adjusted is because I changed the the reason why you cannot really see it with this is because of the font is big and it's all covered up. So that's why let's say we type in something here. So let's say I delete, you see, so let me just leave it like this. So yeah, so you can see that the way it's written here, the IPM is actually in the center of Lorem. All right, so if you come back here again and change it to left align, you see it that that it's actually written on the wall. You see, from the left to the right. So let's say I'm changing it to to right aligned. All right, let's see how it looks like. Did you see it now? So it depends on you. Okay, So another thing I would like you to also note in this is there's also the letter spacing. So for the letter spacing, which is this VA, all right. So I think the last time I did the design, that's why it's leaving it as -30. But by default, you always see it as 0. That means don't leave any space. Leave it the way it is. All right. So you can adjust it to the way you want it. So minus is back. From 5 to 200, it means you are increasing the size. So let's see how it is. You see, it increases. But then let's say -25. You see, it squeezed them together. So that's just basically it. All right. Can you change the color? Yes, absolutely. So you click on this place, says color, change it. So as you see, red, white, black. Can we have green? Green. Awesome. Can you see? So depending on what and that's just how you can do that. All right. So, and another thing is we also have type options as well. So we have all caps. Click on it, it changes everything to capital letter. And if you change this, there's also going to be small caps. Okay, you see. And this is going to be having power, superscript. All right. Okay, and then we're having subscript, and we have subscript, and then you have underline to underline all the words, and this is strike through. See, it strikes through it. All right. So that's just that about that. And we also have this here. You practically don't really need it for your beginners class. You don't need it. You don't need to worry about it. Just leave it the way it is there. Okay. And yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm missing any more thing again. All right. So for this now, we're having it as matrix and decide to change it as optical. All right. So let me change this back to 0 center. Okay. So am I missing anything? I don't think I am. Okay. I think we could, let's just say, add this. So the opacity here, you can fade it. Opacity is just like how you want it to be seen. All right. And for fill now, okay, let me show you for fill. Fill is actually different from opacity. You can see here, even though it's looking like it, you will actually understand it much better. All right, when you are having things like you are adding your effect. All right, so let me quickly explain this effect now. I should have explained it when I was explaining the layouts, but I didn't remember. So you actually have all of these guys here. So come in, let me remove the underline. Let's take away the underline. Let's take away all of this. And let's have our normal represent. Alright, so let's say you want to click on this, and there's drop shadow, outer glow. There's a lot of them that you can make do of. So let's say we add stroke now. Okay, stroke is just that it's adding some things around. You could see this white is just having it. It's just a piece of stroke at the back of it. So it's not you. It's actually, you can position it in different ways. You can decide to leave it as outside. If you leave it as inside, it keeps it inside. And you can decide to have it as center. Put it at the center of the text. All right, but preferably leave it at outside. Blending mode, leave it normal. Color, let's leave it as, I think white is good. So, and the size is okay. Everything is good. And then we click on. So this is actually the preview here. See how it is. So let's click on OK. I want to explain what fill and opacity is. So if you try to reduce the opacity now, that is everything. Do you get? So let's say we reduce the fill. See, can you see? Can you see the difference now? So what did it take away? It took away the color of the text basically and left the word, the stroke. Did you see the difference now? So that's what the difference between fill and opacity. Opacity is everything, while fill, it is what fills, the text. So the stroke is just like an outer shade. It's just an outer, something that holds the, that we just put around the text, or maybe the shape, or maybe anything, maybe even image as well. All right. So there are a lot of them like that. So there's also for this as well. This other one here. There's also layer mask and all of that. Right. So layer mask is just, let's say I want to do something. Let's say you remember when I wanted to use the brush tool. All right. Let's say we click on the brush tool. Brush tool, where are you? Here am I. All right. So anytime you see this plus that you're seeing something like a plus icon when you click on your brush tool. You know why? It's because your cap lock is on. So once I turn it off, see it's back again like brush. All right. So you could see I can brush in, 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 brush in. Can you see it? So I'm brushing, 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 I'm brushing. All right. So that's a start about brushing. Okay. So it allows you to be able to do certain things that you cannot do. So it's just like, so if I can also delete it, let's say you don't like what you just did, you can come here and right click on it. See, disable layer mask. If you disable it, it shows you back. You can decide to delete, you can decide to add, subtract, intersect, but let's delete it. See, we're back again to where we are. All right. So, and that's just that. And another thing I would like to bring your attention to that you can actually do with your text is you can actually transform. That means you want to increase the size or you want to. So just come down here to the edge, any of the edge of your design, or maybe somewhere here, up, side, down, just come there. Once you click on it, see that it shows 2 arrow there. You can see it, right? Shows 2 arrow there. So if you go so close, it shows you 2 arrow. If you go outside a little, it shows you a bent arrow. All right, that means rotate. That's what that's for. And if it is this, it means transform. All right, there are 2 ways you can transform. You can do that by Ctrl T, or you just right click, you just come here. There should be a shortcut for that to transform. There's a shortcut for that, but you can just click on it. Once you click on it, it switches to what? To transform. All right, you see that it becomes a little bit bigger. All right, it means that you want to transform. That's what it's showing you. All right, so you can actually drag up, drag in. Did you see? So instead of me just trying to resize and so this is what transform is about. And another thing you need to understand about text is that there's also something called wrap text or text effect. So you can come here, see it here, click on it, and it shows you another more things you could do with your text. So there's a lot of things you can do with your text. So you see there's arc, there's lower arc, there's upper arc, there's hack. There's also boys, there's shell lower, upper shell, there's flag. If you click on any of them, you are going to see what they can do. All right, but let's make do of arc. You see, if it's too much, no problem, just can reduce the bending. All right, can reduce the bending to your taste. Okay, if it is towards the back, see, you can play all around it, all around, all around, all around, all around, all around. Yes, so that's just that about text wrapping. You can switch it to vertical, you can switch it to horizontal. All right, so and that's just that about that. You can always joke with that, play with that rather. And that's the beauty about design. Design is fun. You get your hands dirty, try this, try that. You see that, I could do this. Wow, I never knew. Oh, no, didn't even tell me about it. Yes, that's design for you. You can actually also turn into 3D about that. And I'll see you